Hey everyone, so this is going to be a kind of a fun reading today. I'm going to be using 3 different decks here, and this is going to be on love. So this is any kind of love connection that you have, doesn't matter what's going on in it. We're going to go ahead and dip into these fortune reading cards. They are called fortune reading cards from Sharina Starr, okay? So it's a really cool deck. I'm also going to be using the Chronicle of Destiny fortune cards for the Oracle. And I'm going to be using a new tarot deck that I received from a lovely follower named Frankie, the Steampunk Tarot. So this is the first time that I've used these. I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Frankie, for sending me this deck. So I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and get started. So basically, we're going to use the fortune reading cards as kind of like the marker of the subject. So whatever comes through, we're going to get some messages from these other cards on that particular subject. So basically, if it's a great card, we might have some advice on how we are able to bring that into our lives or attract it, or what's going on with that particular category. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fan these right here. We're going to take these and shuffle them as well. And currently, you guys, my Etsy shop is closed to take reading orders. I'm not going to be reopening my shop for orders until Tuesday, September 4th, which is after Labor Day. So just to let you guys know, I'm taking a little bit of a vacation. All right, so we're going to put these up here. Okay, let's get started. So when it comes to the Chariot, charge ahead with confidence and stay strong and focused. So this could be an indication that, you want to move forward. You want to move forward with a love connection or your love life. You're trying to stay strong and focused. You're trying to charge ahead with confidence. Let's go ahead and get a message here on this. Yeah, beautiful. We have the Fool. So the Fool's energy is literally all about just taking a risk and moving forward and starting over. It's like starting over from scratch and just basically just being free as a bird, just kind of taking a risk and taking a chance. So it's like getting an oracle card here. Lady Winter. So the Lady Winter is about kind of being stuck or frozen in time. And so we definitely don't want that. So what Spirit is saying here is that when it comes to charging ahead with confidence and staying strong and focused when it comes to your love life, what Spirit is saying is that you just have to let go. You can't be in the Lady of Winter's energy. You can't be stuck in the past. You can't be frozen or fixated on a specific outcome. You really just need to thaw that energy and jump into the energy of the Fool. The Fool is all about moving forward and basically having a fresh new start and a new beginning. So if you're really wanting to move forward and you're feeling stuck, Spirit is saying you've got to get rid of that energy. You have to be more free. You have to be just more light and high in vibration rather than being very stern and stuck in the Lady of Winter's energy. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So why don't we go ahead and get another message here. So when it comes to marriage, so this could be your marriage. It could be a marriage that you want. It could be somebody else's marriage. Take it as it resonates. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So you either want this, you are wondering if this is possible for you and a partner. Let's see what comes through. This is really going to determine it. Well, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands means that this is probably an energy here that's just been very tiring. You're very tiring. Is this something that's ever going to happen? When is this? Am I going to even be able to attract this? Yeah, we have dreams. Is it just a pipe dream? So this is the deal. Let's listen to what the card is saying here. Sorry, let me just get out of the song. Okay. What we are saying is you're attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Well, this is the deal. If you are fighting like hell, because see, the Nine of Wands is a card where we're just like literally, we are just surviving. We're just persevering. We're just like barely hanging on by a thread. We might be just fighting so hard to keep something going that the next card is going to be the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is all about just frustration and feeling overwhelmed and burdened. And usually when we're at the Ten of Wands energy, that's Spirit's way of saying it's time to give up the fight. It's time to let go. So I am getting this energy here that if you are waiting for somebody to leave their marriage, Okay, I'm not here to tell you it won't happen, but what I am getting here is that this is becoming a burden on you because it's literally not reality. You might be living in a dream world right now when it comes to hoping and wishing and praying that somebody is going to leave their person for you eventually. They might be telling you things, I'm just sticking in there for the kids, or I'm just sticking in there because of financial reasons. And those things may be true, but regardless, it's still weighing its toll on you. It's not doing you any favors. It's not. So what Spirit is saying is the only way to attract emotional fulfillment and unconditional love is by being in that energy yourself. And so if you're feeling low vibrational, just sitting around and waiting for this person, and like literally life is passing you by because you're putting all of your eggs into this one basket waiting just for them, what Spirit is saying is that you're not going to attract not only them to raise their vibration, but you're not going to be able to attract anybody else that may be better suited for you than them. Okay? So I'm definitely getting here that if you're wanting marriage, or if you're in a marriage and you're just persevering, dreams are passing you by. This could also be you're currently together with somebody and it's just a relationship that you're just basically hanging in there because you're just surviving at this point. You're dreaming of another life, but yet nothing is happening for you. You're not able to attract this because you're in this lower vibrational energy, which is just kind of like hanging in there. So if you're not willing to give up the fight, if you're not willing to lighten your load, you're not going to be able to attract the energy of marriage. And it doesn't have to be marriage. It could just be like the energy of emotional fulfillment. If you're not feeling that with your current partner, it might be time for you to really focus on yourself and focus on what it is that you truly want. But if you're waiting on somebody to fulfill your dreams and you're just like in that energy of the Nine of Wands, it might be time for you to really think about that. So what I'm going to do is I just don't feel like this gave us enough of an answer of what you should be doing. So why don't we go ahead and get an additional tarot card to help clarify things for us. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles is things that you can rely upon. These are tangible things. So basically, if you're just getting a bunch of lip service, you have somebody that's basically telling you, I'm going to leave them, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but you're not seeing any actual physical proof of shit. That's Spirit's way of saying if it's not tangible, it's because it's not in reality. This is just a pipe dream. Okay? So it might be time for you to think about this. If this happens to be your own connection, your own marriage that you're not happy in, what Spirit is saying is that you do have opportunities to basically pull yourself out of this situation. And something may be presented to you to help you in the material world to possibly disconnect from somebody that you might feel that you have to stay attached to for financial reasons. Might also be an indication here that, hey, it's time to start thinking about tangibly changing your situation. Working on yourself, getting your shit together financially or career-wise or whatever the deal is, so that way it's not always going to be a pipe dream. You're not going to just dream about leaving this person. You're actually going to be able to leave this person because you will have the financial means in order to do so. And if you have no one in your life at all and you're not waiting on somebody to leave a marriage, what I am getting here is that instead of sitting around and dreaming about it and being in this energy of, oh, I don't know if it's ever going to happen for me, that's not the energy to be in. What Spirit is saying is to get out into the world and start creating something tangible for yourself. It is by getting out into the universe and living your life that you are going to come in contact with people that are going to match your vibration. Do you see? So it could be a negative mindset. Oh, I just don't know if it's ever going to happen for me. Nope. Get rid of that mindset right now. Jump into what you can do. And what you can do is you can work on yourself and you can create in the physical world and you can raise your vibration, and then you will be able to attract that same person to you that matches your vibration. But just sitting around and thinking about it, it's not going to bring this person in. That's what I'm getting. I know that was a little tough, but that's what I'm getting. All right, next message. Wow, coffin. I don't think I've ever drawn this card before. Natural endings abound. Take care with your health. So coffin means endings. Coffin could also indicate physical illness or ailments. Could be with your lover. It could be that something is making you sick. You're at a point where you're just physically not doing well. This could be mentally as well. It doesn't have to be physical. interesting. 6 of Cups. Now I'm getting a different energy and message with this. Okay, let me just get one more oracle card here. Okay, this is what I got. 6 of Cups. Cups are summer energy, and now we have the Lady of Summer to prove it. What I'm getting here is that for some of you, something is trying to naturally end in your life. So if you are with a partner that you no longer want to be with, I am getting here that things are naturally coming to an end. You have to let something go. You might be fighting this because you don't want to let go of this connection. For some of you, it could be because you were connected to this person by just a long period of time. I've known them forever. They're from my childhood. We're so connected. We've been together. We have children together, whatever the deal is, okay? And that's not a bad thing. It's just saying here that you might be thinking in terms of the nostalgia of this connection, but really it's something that is trying to come to a close. And the reason why is because you're meant to go into this energy of the Lady of Summer, which is to concentrate on new growth and new opportunities. So if you're experiencing stagnation in a relationship right now, this could be an energy to try not to stay nostalgic of what was and what could have been. That energy is just going to keep you stuck and you're not going to be able to let it go. You need to go into the Lady Summer energy, which is somebody who is growing, somebody who is living life. There's a lot of happiness for the Lady of Summer. But for others, what I'm getting here is that it could be that somebody that you feel like this deep, deep soul connection with right now, they are working on or ending a situation for themselves, for the two of you to come back together, because the 6 of Cups can indicate a reconciliation between past, loves, somebody returning from your past. And so it could be that the energy that you need to be in is the Lady of Summer's energy. So let them just kind of end what they need to end naturally. Try not to push this. Concentrate on your own growth in the meantime. And this could also mean that after you end something, this person may come back, or just whatever ended between the two of you in the past. You guys will have a chance to have a rebirthing energy. You will have a regrowth in a reconciliation. That's what I got. So whatever ended between you and a past person, I'm getting somebody from your past is returning, and you will have an opportunity to have energy in your connection again. Summer is current time energy. This could be currently happening. This could be, oh gosh, I think that we really only have maybe 20 more days, 20 to 30 more days of summer. So, I mean, it literally could just be, but by the time summer ends, something's going to naturally end, and somebody from your past might possibly be returning. I don't know, just take it as it resonates. But I feel a lot of mixed things with this. I feel like a lot of people are going to resonate with these messages in different ways. So take what resonates with you and don't take the rest of the messages. So let's go ahead and continue. Wow, we have Lovers. There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So it could be that for some of you, you are needing to make a decision between 2 people, or that's your lover needing to make a decision between you and somebody else. Could just be a choice in love, 2 paths ahead. It could be this love and maybe a career, perhaps. Weaver of the worlds. It's whatever we want to create, we will create. And we have 5 of Wands. Definitely a struggle, okay? Definitely a struggle with your choices when it comes to love. You want to be true to yourself, but you're afraid that by being true to yourself, it may involve other people. Other people might be affected by your choices. So what Spirit is saying is that, oh, I'm sorry, this doesn't say Weaver of the worlds. This is Weaver of words, you guys. Wow. So this is about words, basically, whatever words we are using right now. So if we're using words that are just like very low vibrational, kind of like, oh, I'll never be able to do this, or I'll never be able to do that, or somebody's saying things to you and they're putting you down and it's really causing a lot of chaos for you. You could be fighting with somebody, and now that's why we've got 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself when it comes to love. Maybe you're not even choosing between anybody. You're choosing between being in a low vibrational energy and situation with somebody who you're constantly battling with, and you're realizing that these words and this vibration are literally keeping you down in life. And you might want to just be true to yourself. That's very interesting, okay? So I want an additional energy here for people that need to make a distinction between 2 partners. We have the Sun. Go with what makes you happy. It's as simple as that. Look at this card. Actually shows 2 people together. What's going to make you happy? What's going to bring you growth? What's going to make you bring you sunshine? If you are stagnant in a situation and you're just sitting around, you're struggling with somebody and it's going nowhere, whatever the deal is, you're literally weaving your destiny. So you have a choice, is what Spirit's saying. You need to be true to yourself. So if being true to yourself, this person doesn't make you happy, might be that you need to go towards happiness. You need to go towards positive energy. Because I have negative and low vibration, and I also have high vibration. You need to be true to yourself. So somebody isn't being true to themselves. Somebody is allowing either somebody else's thoughts sorry, you guys, or your own inner conflict to get into your way or get in your way of your happiness. So I've got some kind of an energy here that's self-sabotaging, or you're allowing somebody else's energy to sabotage you. You're letting their words about you or to you take away your light or take away your happiness. And so you've got some choices to make in love. Could be that you're trying to choose between two people. If somebody's making you really unhappy and another person is actually bringing you some positive energy, that might be your answer right there. Is why would you stay in low vibration? Why would you continue to stay stuck and in conflict? This could be that you're waiting on somebody and somebody keeps giving you words but no action. That's not going to work anymore. You need to make a choice. And when you do that, you're going to actually bring happiness and positivity into your life. You're no longer going to be hanging on to the words of somebody. You're no longer going to be waiting on somebody. You're actually going to be creating positive energy in your life instead of this conflict. Yeah, that's what I got, conflict. For some reason, I have like a dry throat and no water in this freaking room. Okay, celebrations. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Fantastic, after we just got the sun here. Okay, so you're being true to yourself now, right? You're being true to yourself. We have the Seven of Pentacles energy. You're really thinking about your future. You're really thinking about what you want to create when it comes to your future. And we have kissed. Beautiful. This is literally like being kissed by spirit, being kissed by the universe that's saying, good for you. Now you're ready to bring in these new exciting opportunities into your life. You're ready to be kissed. You are ready for romance. You are ready to basically experience this, very beautiful, positive energy. The Seven of Pentacles, this is a card of waiting. Your waiting is over is what I'm getting here. You're planning your future now in a different way. So what I'm getting is that you have shifted your vibration and you are now making choices based on what you want, not what you don't want. So you're raising your vibration, and the energy that you're in now is much more positive, and it's actually bringing new opportunities to be kissed into your life. And we have death, a time of natural transition and transformation. We've had coffin and death in the same reading. What's interesting is when I use these cards, I rarely get either one of those cards. We have Seven of Swords. Something is ending with somebody. Yeah, Whispering Hall. Wow. Whew, this is dark. There's a dark energy here. There's a dark energy when it comes to a partner or a behavior. So if, let's just say, for instance, you're in a behavior where you're sneaking around, you're not acting with integrity, you're cheating with somebody, but maybe you're making excuses that, well, we have a special connection. Yeah, I know that they're married, but, they're not happy. You're still acting in lower vibrational and you're not acting in integrity. And so it's creating this lower vibration. And this needs to end. This kind of energy of sneaking around and cheating and lying, and I don't care who it's to, it's bringing the vibration of your connection down. It's not keeping it high. It's not doing anything. It's not causing any kind of change. It's actually keeping people stuck, because when people are sneaking around like that, it just enables them to continue to do the same thing and never have to make a decision or change. So we have to basically see, like, Whispering Hall. Whispering is in, like, we're whispering. It's a secret. It's no good. And then the Seven of Swords is about getting away and sneaking. So I have two cards that indicate deception and sneaking around and whispering and secrets. It's no good. This has to end. Spirit is saying is that it's a time of natural transition and transformation. Nothing will change if you stay stuck in that energy. And I'm only bringing that out, and it's not a judgment for those of you that find yourself in that kind of situation, but it's black and white when it comes to certain things. And if you like attracts like, whatever energy you are putting out is what you're going to get back. So if you're expecting this partner to love you, to cherish you, and be faithful to you, and to be truthful to you, yet they're cheating on their partner, and they're lying to their partner, most likely they're lying to you too. So this energy doesn't have a chance. This relationship doesn't have a chance to shift or change in a positive way. And that behavior has to end. So this may be a time for ultimatum, and maybe a time to just walk away or step away from this person completely, let it in naturally. And that's the only way that we're going to experience transformation, is by ending a situation or by ending a behavior. This sneaky, deceptive behavior is no longer going to suffice. It's no longer going to work, because it's not going to do anything for our growth. We're not going to be able to evolve in that energy, is what Spirit is saying. So we've got to let something just naturally die, naturally transition into a healthier phase. And if somebody doesn't understand that, then that means that they're quite comfortable being in that energy of basically not growing and going anywhere. They're quite comfortable being in a deceptive energy, and that's not healthy for anybody. So you've got to question why they want to be in that energy. There might not be something right with that person if they want to be in that energy, if they want to stay stuck. So yeah, it's just something to think about. So some kind of energy has to end. And it could just be too that if you've been putting up with this behavior with somebody else and you're not even involved in it, okay, you're not even involved in it. This is something that they're doing with you, and you know that that's what they're doing, or you've heard that that's what they're doing. What Spirit's saying is that the only way for this to shift and change and transform is we've got to just we got to let it go. We got to let it go. It's the only chance that it has to transform and change. We can't keep going in the same circles with somebody over and over again. If you know somebody's cheated on you over and over and over again, it's not going to change unless something shifts. And that's why that card was that way. Yeah, we have Thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new positive future. So again, I really feel like with that message that just came through for some of you, it's gonna, yeah, I mean, it sucks, it sucks to have to tell somebody, I'm sorry, this isn't working for me anymore, because you're afraid to lose them. You're afraid that if you don't do things their way, you're going to lose them. You're afraid that if you don't just basically accept a shitty situation that they might be stuck in, that you're going to lose them. But what Spirit is saying here is that you got to weather through these challenges, but it will bring a positive outcome. And it may not bring a positive outcome with them, but it will bring a much more positive outcome for you. You're going to be better off in the end, because you're no longer in that lower vibrational energy with them. Yeah, 4 of Cups. So the thing is, the challenge may be that somebody says, fine, you don't want to be with me? You don't want to wait? Whatever the deal is, you don't want to keep hearing my lip service that things are going to change, yet nothing changes? That's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and reject you. And we have resolve. So what I'm getting here is that something will be resolved. If somebody decides to go into this energy where they're just kind of like, they're being stubborn and they don't want to be pushed, and they're telling you things like, you know what, I don't want to, this is just the way that it is, and if you can't accept it, then I don't know what to tell you. There's the resolve right there. It's been resolved. And at least you will feel some sort of resolve, as in, okay, even though it does suck, even though we're not together anymore, even though I'm no longer enabling them anymore, at least I'm not in that energy with them anymore. I'm not in this torment anymore of going back and forth and having them go back and forth. So yes, there's some thorns here, but it does promise a positive outcome for you. It's better for you to go into this direction and resolve things in this way, rather than continuously hitting a wall with them. Nothing will change with them if you do not take this matter into your hands and start to resolve this shitty situation that you may be finding yourself in. So it's thorny, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen. And we have Fool. Beautiful. I think we came into the reading with the Fool. It was the very first message here. The Fool. So what this says is, have the courage to embrace change. So again, this is about having the courage and the strength to change your situation if you are not happy. Whether you're waiting on somebody, or you're not happy with somebody and you want to leave, or you're not happy with your circumstances because you've been single for a while and you can't seem to find the right guy. Whatever it is you're thinking, or the way that you're dealing with or handling yourself in a situation, or just in life in general, needs to shift and change. So take risks and be adventurous, is what Spirit's saying here. Be a Queen of Swords. Fantastic. The Queen of Swords is very smart and sharp. We have Forced Labyrinth. This is about finding your way through the darkness. So the Queen of Swords isn't really wearing her heart on her sleeve, okay? It doesn't mean she's hard, and it doesn't mean that she has no feelings. But it just means that when she goes forward and she decides to basically embrace these changes and start fresh, she's not going to be as gullible and as vulnerable as maybe she once was. She is going to be the Queen of Swords, which is somebody who balances things out. They weigh out the pros and cons in their mind before acting. They don't just jump into situations. They logically take time to break things down and go, oh, and this is just an example, oh, you're not available, you're married, you're committed elsewhere. Got it. So that's a logical state of mind that says this person isn't available. I'm not going to get involved in this situation. And I'm just using that as an example is because I really do feel that this reading with some of the things that have come up are for people that are waiting on individuals that are either in other relationships or are married, and they're getting a lot of runaround. And so I feel like this reading is really geared towards a lot of people that are in this situation. So that's why I keep bringing it up. Spirit won't let me not bring it up. I hate it because I feel like a lot of people are going to be triggered by this and they might not like it, but I can't help it. But you need to be the Queen of Swords. You need to be more logical moving ahead. What somebody is telling you, you really need to like be logical about that. You know, sometimes I hear stories and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like where's your logical sense in this? If you heard yourself like a year from now, if I were to send this to what you're sending me right now, if I were to send this to you a year from now when you're no longer either with this person or whatever the situation is, you're going to look back at this and go, whoa, I can't believe like I was so blind. You know what I'm saying? So when we're emotionally invested in something or we want something so bad, logic goes out the window. We don't want to pay attention to it. We don't want to hear any logic. We don't want to hear any reason or reason and common sense. We don't want it slowing us down. So we're just going to basically do what we want. But what Spirit is saying is that when you embrace these new changes and you move forward on a new journey or with this new energy, you need to be the Queen of Swords. You need to take this knowledge with you. You need to take this wisdom with you. You need to think about things, what people are giving to you. You need to think about that and go, oh, okay, maybe this isn't the best thing for me to get involved in. Or maybe this person, they're telling me I have commitment issues. This is a good one. I have issues with commitment. And you sit there and think to yourself, well, that's not going to apply to me because this person we have an amazing connection, or this person and I, you know, we have so much fun together. That's not going to apply to me. But this person is straight up telling you, I have issues with commitment. But see, you don't want to listen to it because you want this connection so much. So you're willing to kind of put that to the wayside and either deal with it later or convince yourself it doesn't apply to you. But all in reality, this person is telling you, I have an issue, and you're choosing not to listen to it because you're not of sound or logical mind. So the Queen of Swords would never let that happen. She would basically hear that statement and go, okay. So then when the third date came around, she wouldn't go on that date. She would say to herself, well, this person has issues. I'm not even going to get freaking involved. Right? True story, people. So that's what I got. Birth. Universal energy brings opportunity and possibility. So these are, again, brand new beginnings, fresh new start, maybe even the birth of children, but we do have the Ten of Swords. So what Spirit is saying here is that any kind of endings that are occurring right now, let them happen. Yep. Cry about it, let it out, get it out, mourn the loss, because the Ten of Swords is, look at this, is a graveyard. I mean, this person is like dead on the ground. Mourn it, be sad, process it, and then go into this energy of brand new birth. Death and rebirth is what I got here. So anything that's not working out right now, let it go. Anything that you're trying to just push and make it work, things shouldn't be that difficult. So it doesn't mean that everything has to be easy, because we might need to learn certain things. But what I'm getting overall is that if you're needing to push something and really fight for something and just like, oh, it's so exhausting, you might be fighting against the inevitable, and Spirit is saying, let it go. Or if something has been over for a long time and it's just kind of like you don't see any signs of new energy, it might be, again, it might be a time for you to grieve the loss, let go, and go into a new direction when it comes to love. And last message, we have Mountain. Mountain says, know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. So there's definitely challenges here. You know, there's challenges, but we learn from our challenges, okay? And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So you want the Ten of Pentacles. That's what I'm getting here. You want this. You want this fairy tale of commitment or even marriage for some of you. That's what you're really, really wanting, okay? And we have the lighthouse. So the lighthouse is about, being, look at this. It's so hard to get to the lighthouse because of all of these waves and the storm, but the lighthouse is showing us the way. So Spirit is telling us that even though you've gone through a lot of challenges when it comes to love or a specific connection or whatever the deal is, you are being protected. You are being guided to have this eventually. So this is not impossible. It is within reach, but there's certain, certain things that have come through this reading that have given you guys some advice, perhaps of some things that do need to shift and do need to change if you are experiencing those issues and if those messages resonated with you. But I'm getting overall, if you have zero energy connected to your own, like your own relationship, or your love's interest has another relationship. So if neither one of you have a relationship going on and none of those messages resonated with you, what I'm getting is that ultimately, whatever is happening right now when it comes to you and another person or your love life in general, you are being guided. You will be matched up with a person that matches your integrity, that matches your goals and your dreams when it comes to marriage and commitment. Overall, you will be matched up to that person. So it's about just kind of letting go, being fresh, not having any old fixed ideas, not being codependent on certain people or certain ideals, and just basically moving forward because you are being guided to the correct person. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed that reading. I know that some of it that came through was pretty challenging and harsh, but maybe some of you needed to hear it. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. But I hope you guys got something positive from it. And if you didn't, don't worry about it. Chuck it. Don't take it. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.